The unassisted hoist for the MIA scheme is an advanced ropework skill. It is best taught in sections. Here are the first few skills that you'll need to be able to perform this. The French prusik, because we need something that will grip the rope under tension and release it under slack. Start by holding the prusik loop by the double fisherman's knot and wrap it around the rope roughly 5 times, so that there's enough friction in the prusik loop to hold the rope under tension and release it under slack. The clem hoist is a prusik knot that can be used with a sling in case you don't have 2 prusik loops. Start by finding the taped bit on the sling, then gonna wrap the sling round like we did before with the French prusik. Apart from this time, when we're finished, we're not going to just join the 2 loops together. We're going to put the loop that's closer to you through the top loop and then pull it back down towards the bottom, and that's the clem hoist done. Tying off the belay allows your hands to be free to the complete other rope work. Start by feeding a loop of rope through the belay screw gate and then putting another loop through that and pull it nice and long so you have plenty of rope to work with. This is our first loop. After that, we're going to do a second hitch through there as well, making sure you trap the dead end of the rope, and that's all tied off and we're ready to go. We also need to know how to release the system once it's been tied off. You're going to start off by undoing the first loop nice and easily. Once we've got that, you're going to take the dead end of the rope and pull it through until there's only just a bit of the last loop left, and finally pull it all the way through, making sure you keep it locked off. For this system of practicing indoors, we're using the banisters as our anchor points, bringing it down to a normal belay, and then with a bag that's weighted as our climber. Step 1, tying off the belay. As shown earlier, we're going to just thread that first bit of rope through, and then another rope loop through that, and make sure we make this one nice and big, and then finally do the second rope loop and we're nice and tied off. Second step, the first prusik loop. This one we're going to use the French prusik as we need it to be able to release nicely. So as before, holding the prusik loop by the double fisherman's, we're just going to wrap it round till we've got 5 times. And now we've done that, we're just going to check it. Yeah, that's all good. And it slides nicely as well. So we're going to pull that all the way back to the belay plate and clip it to the rope loop. Finally, we'll screw up the screw gate just to make it nice and secure, and push the prusik knot as far away so that we lose less rope. Step 3, the second prusik. For this one, we're going to use the sling, and we're going to go with the clem hoist as we've learned earlier. So grab the sling by the tape, we're going to wrap it round the rope, and just keep on doing so until most of it's used up. When it's nearly all used up, we're going to take the closest rope loop and feed it through the top one, and then pull it back down towards us, and that's the bit of rope sling we're going to clip. Yeah, just check it does slide nicely and holds under tension, and clip it, and then clip the rope loop through. Then push it as far away as you can so it's ready for use. Step 4, release the belay and hoist. As we showed earlier, we're going to remove the first loop, that we tied nice and quickly, and then just gradually pull out the second rope loop, making sure that we keep the rope in a locked off position. Now that we've done that, we're going to take in all that slack and start to pull the hoist. So make sure you pull with one direction and the other hand. We're going to keep going until that second prusik is as close to us as possible. Then move the first prusik down so we don't lose any rope length, and then slide the second prusik as far away as we can, and just keep repeating this process until the climber gets past the part that they could not complete. Step 5. Tie off and pack away the pulley system. As before, we're going to tie off the system and then clear away all of the prusik loops. Step 6. Finally release the belay and carry on climbing again. The unassisted hoist has finished. It's best to practice this skill before using it for real. And nice way to remember is the 6 steps shown on the screen. Many thanks to Big G, Ben and Barney for help with filming and lending a video camera.